Hey everybody, welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis. And we are working on week 2 of having Dusty Rose home. She's she's 9 weeks old, which means she went back to the vet, got her second round of shots, and we are working on socialization as well as down and the other things that we worked on last week, we're actually working on set stay and stand stay. Down is actually next week's, but she's got it down already. And she went to the vet, got her second round of puppy shots, and we were told that she will not be fully protected until she gets 1 week after her third shot. So that will be when she's about 13 weeks old. And until then, we're to keep her off grass as much as possible. He said gravel and concrete, cement are safer for her to be on if she has to be outside. She said we could go with 2 feeding a day instead of 3 if we wish to. And he did give her another worming medicine that was supposed to be basically to help for tapeworms, because she was wormed when she was 6 weeks old. And today's the day after getting that worming medicine, and we had a bunch of worms, but they were not tapeworms. They looked like they were round worms. So he wants a fecal sample, so I'm not doing that until a couple of days from now, maybe next week, because she is passing worms. They're dead, but she's passing them. And I noticed today she's been less, she's gobbled her food a little bit slower. So I think it's going to help her to gain her weight and she's 13 pounds. She has gained weight, and she was healthy. The vet said she was healthy. And so I'm going to wait a couple days before I take the fecal sample in for him to check until all these worms get out of it. I was really kind of surprised to see him since she was only wormed 3 weeks ago. I'm not for sure where she picked them up at. She had to have gotten them from the other puppies that, she was with, or her mother, because she's been on this porch and there's no worms on this porch. So we've got that taken care of. She did really, really great at the vet's office. Took her a little bit of time to warm up, but she took treats from everybody that offered them, and she wagged her tail like crazy, and she did not bark at anything, did not take anything in as being making her scared. Like I said, she did very, very well. And then afterwards, we went to Walmart, and my husband went into Walmart while I stayed in the car with Dusty. We had the door open so we could watch the cars go by and the people go by. I just wanted her to socialize as much as possible, since she can't go into the stores yet and she can't be walking around yet. But she can. It was a different experience for her to see how more people and watch people, and she did not bark at any of them. She was very calm and she was very alert. She watched them all really well. And then from there we went over to the bank, and then we went and got gas, and then we headed home. And we just left town, and she did get car sick again. And this is kind of normal for puppies. Their system inside their ear that gives them their balance and stuff has not fully developed, and it may take up to 6 months to a year for this to fully develop. And until then, they're subject to car sickness. So it's either make sure you take a towel with you and expect it, or do short rides, like 10-minute rides, to get her used to being in the car. She doesn't mind the car. I do have one little problem with her. She is trying to eat the stone of the house. I have no idea why the stone gets her attention, but it does. So anyway, we did the little socialization, getting her used to things. She did really well. Around the house, I'm introducing her to different things, walking her, taking her outside and walking with, holding her, showing her different things. We saw the cats the other day. I've taken her in the garage to see the cats. Taking her in different rooms of the house, getting her used to things. Dropping things on purpose so that she gets used to things dropping and sounds. She loves sounds. She takes her food bowl, the metal one. She takes it and just drops it on the ground and just chases it. She loves making the sound. And she's done really well with this watering system I really like it. It's got a anti-water thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it only allows so much water to come through at a time. And she's done really well with that. I tried feeding her in the feed dish, and she just picks the feed dish up and takes it out. So she doesn't want to leave it in there. But otherwise, she's doing really well. We're working on the set stay and stand stay. We're working on waiting to be fed, for the bow to be put down. She has to sit and wait for that. We're still working on going through the door. She still wants to dash through that door as soon as it opens. Now these other doors she's fine with, but that one she knows leads into the kitchen and leads into the main house where everybody's at. So she wants to do that. She guards me like crazy. She watches every move I make. Everybody else can come in and out of this room with no problem. Me, I head towards the door. And she usually comes, if she hears the door, she comes running to find out where I'm going. She just will not leave me out of the sight. So I think my bonding with her has worked. First whole week, I fed her by hand and made her do things to get the food. Dusty. Front. Set. Good, yes. Down. Good. But she's doing really well. Stand. We're working on stand stay and working on set stay. Good girl. All right. So we're working on those. And she's still sleeping upstairs on the floor next to my bed. Crate training is not coming along too well. She will be in the crate, but she whines and carries on until she sees me. And then when she sees me, she quiets down because she knows that she won't get out until she's quiet. So she's got that figured out. Come on. So this week we're going to work on getting her socialized, getting her used to different sounds. The vacuum cleaner, she's heard it. She hasn't seen the robot vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna put her on a leash and turn that thing loose and see how she does with it. Get her used to that. She loves things that makes noise. Broom, she wants to help me with the broom. I'm having a real trouble. I cannot sweep this floor with her being out. She has to be in the crate for me to do that because she tries to help. Other than that, we've been really doing the same thing as normal. We're working on staying off of things that she's not supposed to be on. Like she'll jump up to get to the curtains and I'll have to tell her no, off. So we're working on that. And those are things we're working on. Working on teaching her to heel, to walk on the leash without pulling and without lagging behind. And she's doing fairly good with that. I do have the vacuum cleaner in here, so this is the old one that I don't care if she happens to do anything to. It's real old. But I wanted her to get used to what a vacuum cleaner looks like. So it's out here for her to sniff, and we'll turn it on in a little bit and see what happens, whether she barks at it or not. But just different things. I do play different music for her. She likes classical music. Classical music puts her to sleep. We do some thunderstorm music We've done some fireworks, gunshots, all kinds of different sounds I can find. I've been getting her used to. So we're trying to get her used to as many things as possible. I play a lot of TV with different sounds pretty loud, so she in here we've got the TV there. We usually do that in the evening times, and she gets used to different sounds. Set off the fire alarm, but the car alarm, and getting used to that. Just different everyday sounds that she might hear. We're getting used to. So she's doing quite well. So that is an update on Dusty Rose. So we'll try to keep you informed on what she's doing and how she's doing and how she's growing. Today we're going to work on her grooming. We've been doing grooming. We've been doing a soft brush. Today we're going to trim the hair on the bottom of her paws, which is getting quite long. I don't want her slipping on those, so we're going to trim those today. And we're going to try to start with getting her claws trimmed. That wasn't from her teeth, that was from claws. So we now get those front claws trimmed a little bit. And we're going to use the nippers today. And I'm going to slowly get her used to the that's not a Dremel tool, it's the I forgot the name of it. It's the grinding tool that takes care of the paws. We're going to get her used to that as a little bit at a time. We're going to bring it in here and let her look at it for a while and then turn it on before it ever touches her paws. But I can do this while she's kind of calmed down, and when she gets ready to go to the nap, I can just clip them right then and it'll be no problem. We've done it before. So, like, share, subscribe, and keep you in touch with what's going on. So dream big and follow that dream. And God bless everybody. Bye.